In today's video, I am doing a pencil technique called gradation. At least that's what I'm calling it, where I will go from dark to light. I will be coloring this illustration that Veronica has provided in this book, and I will be following her instructions on how to color the background using the pencil stroke that I just showed you, going from dark to light. Are you ready? Let's get it on and popping. Let's go. Before I get started, here are the three colors that I'm using for the background. The first color, which is the top color, is cerulean blue. It is PC 103 Prismacolor Premier. The second color that I have is light cerulean blue, which is PC 904. And the third shade of blue that I'm using, which is the last shade, is turquoise blue by Caran Pablo, and this number is 666171. It is now time to color the background. The first color that I am using is cerulean blue 103 Prismacolor Premier. This is a soft lead pencil. I mean soft, like really waxy. The pressure that I'm using to color the background, mainly up in here, is heavy pressure. You will notice throughout this video that my lead breaks a lot. I had to sharpen my pencil a lot because, hey, it's Prismacolor and I'm using heavy pressure. So the lead goes pretty quickly. Also, the author of the book, How to Color Like an Artist, recommends that we color our backgrounds first because it helps to develop the contrast between the background and the other elements on the page. I have to admit, I don't always color my background first. And when I don't color my background first, I end up skipping it altogether. And it also, the reason I do skip it when I haven't colored it first is because I don't want to mess up the rest of the page. But what I have found is when I do start with the background first, I feel more confident in my color selection. So Miss Winters, that's a good tip. I will try going forward to color the background first and then color the rest of the page. That will help me get my color scheme together and it should be popping, so to speak. The pencil stroke that I'm doing for the background is called color gradation. We go from dark to light. So this blue here, cerulean blue, is the darkest shade of blue that I am using for the background. I am using heavy pressure to get the color all on the page, to cover the white of the page so that no tooth of the paper is showing, and also to get the particular blue saturated onto this paper so you can really see it. Right now it's all about the heavy pressure and getting the color on the page. But as I go forward, you will see that I will lighten up as I go. You may notice to the far left that it's light. You can see a little bit of the white of the paper there. Over here where I'm coloring, I still have heavy pressure that I'm applying. But I'm getting ready to make a transition. And when you make that transition, you have to lighten up your pressure, which means that you can't be pressing down so hard. You have to lighten it up so that you can see some white of the paper. And that will be the area which is the light cerulean blue. So take notice here as I start to lighten up on the grip as well as the pressure that I'm applying to the paper with the pencil. Here we go. Notice the white of the paper. And that's where I want to add my second color. Now I'm overlapping the cerulean blue with the light cerulean blue. And you want to do that so that you can get that transition of that color. You don't want it to be obvious, but I didn't make that so not so obvious here. I see the line of demarcation. It's not bad, but I could have done this a little bit better. But again, I'm working on my pencil technique in real time. Everything is not always going to be perfect. I do know that practice, the more I practice, the better I'll get. Here I am using the light cerulean blue to overlap the cerulean blue. This is where I'm making my transition, which is also an area where I struggle to get it to not look obvious. But I'm trying. But you get the gist of it. You overlap these colors so that you can get a seamless transition of these two colors. And it seems like in this video, in this coloring session that I am showing you, I didn't get it right until I got to the last color. But at least I know what I'm doing and how to do it. This is fun. I really like the progress because I can see how I know that this isn't perfect. It's not right. But when I do finally get it, I get it. And you will see what I'm talking about. It is time for me to use the third and last pencil, which is turquoise blue, the Caran pencil, Pablo. I'm taking that color and going over the lighter shade of the light cerulean blue. And that's what I'm doing over here in the corner. I'm trying to make it work. That's why I brought out the other pencil. And now I'm ready to do my overlapping so that my transition will be seamless. I am on my final transition section of this background. I'm taking that turquoise blue and covering the light portion of the light cerulean blue. I barely see the transition. So you want it to look like it is just flowing. The colors are just flowing together. And I finally did it on this portion of the background. Check it out one more time. My background is complete. Check it out. You can see the demonstration of the background over here to the right here. And I think I did a fairly decent job. The type of pencil stroke that I was doing and that you are supposed to do in this background here is this. This is the pencil stroke. You go from dark to light. And I had to do heavy pressure. So I had heavy pressure and I was coloring hard so that I could get the color saturation on the paper. I do not and did not want the white of the paper to be showing or the tooth of the paper. And when I got about here, that's when I lightened it up a bit. Lightened it up a bit here. And then I came in with my light cerulean blue. I kind of had a little bit of an issue here. You can see the line of demarcation. There should not be a line of demarcation there, but it is. And then when I got to the lighter shade here, I made the light cerulean blue light here, and then I came in with my turquoise blue. This one seemed to work a little bit better because you don't see an obvious line of demarcation. At least I don't. I detect that it blends in almost seamlessly, like a very nice transition. Okay. Well, I got most of it correct. This is how the background looks in the book here for the demonstration. Thank you so much for watching. In the next video, I will be coloring the greenery and the flowers, and it will look like this. All right. I don't want to show too much of her book because I don't want to get a copyright strike, but that's what I'm doing next. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop it in the comment section below. Until next time, keep calm and keep coloring. Bye.